Thank you so much for coming today, Dilipji. It's wonderful to see you at the launch of Leena Prabhu's book, My Path to Prajna.
Absolutely right.
Okay, tell me how important it is for you or one to have control over one's emotions.
First of all, let me say what a pleasure it is to be with you in this beautiful setting. And yes, we are here for the launch of My Path to Prajna, which is Leena's book. Actually, you're asking the wrong person about controlling their emotions, because I'm an actor. So in fact, I was reading a book and I was doing a thing. I was doing a take on, and she has a very good chapter in it which says that, you know, a lot of people, they have control on their emotions. Whatever the circumstances are, they don't lose their patience and they're happy with whatever the circumstances in life are. I hear what she's saying in the book. For me as an actor, it's the opposite. I mean, I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and as I work as a professional, I actually believe in expressing my emotions professionally, which rubs off a bit on me personally as well. But I do see the relevance and the importance of being in control of your emotions, in real life.
How do you control your emotions?
I think it's a conscious effort that I learn for myself from trial and error, because I know there've been so many numerous occasions where I've lost my cool and I've been unkind to some people and I've been impatient and I may have raised my voice. So over the years, I make it a point to actually do a very simple thing which was taught to me in school and from my mother and everyone, who just said, count to 10 before you react. Such a simple thing. And by the time you count to 10, if you can count to 10, by the time you got there, you know, you sort of cooled off. Basically, the moral of the story is that listen and try your best to be patient. It's difficult in our circumstances, in our lives, because there's a lot of turmoil and lots of things happening. But I feel that you have to actually work towards it.
So how do you, I mean, as an actor, as a person, you must be facing a lot of challenges, as you were mentioning. So how do you deal with that?
But precisely as I told you, I mean, I first of all, I try and give it a thought. I also try to see the other person's point of view. If I find I'm driving down the road and there's chaos on the street and everybody's going everywhere and I'm losing my patience, which happens from time to time, then I like to put myself in the other person's shoe and just give it a thought and think of the person who's doing what they're doing. And I feel this helps me in terms of having a little bit of control, in terms of being a little more aware of your reactions and how you're going to react.
Okay. There's a chapter in this book where they are saying of the formula of life. So I think everybody's got or seeks their formula of life. So what is your formula of life? Have you found it, or are you still seeking it?
I am definitely not seeking it, because I've never believed that there's a formula to life. I believe that life comes to you, it flows with you, you flow with life. In fact, I'm the opposite. I say, take each day at a time, and as circumstances rise, as you meet people, you have interaction, and those are the interactions that take you through the day. Be happy, use every day to do something good, to be able to enjoy life the way it is, one day at a time. And that is really my formula. I mean, I like to live in the moment. By that, I don't mean that you don't plan at all or anything. But what I mean is, like, we're in the moment right now. I'm thinking about this moment that I'm sitting with you, who's looking so lovely, and there's a beautiful view, and we're talking about Leena's book, which is for me the moment that I live in right now. So I've never really had a formula to life. I'll be lying if I say I have a formula. I don't.
So I guess that is your formula of life.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a formula that really doesn't have a formula.
Okay, but do you believe in spirituality? Are you spiritual? Or how do you define spirituality according to you?
I think spirituality is actually, to me, it's a state of mind. It's in everything that you do in your life, every step you take, every time you meet someone, every time you interact, I think you have to be aware of spreading a bit of goodness, of doing something that may help someone at the moment, or giving a message of positivity. And I think that is my description of spirituality, is more of the way you conduct yourself in life, the way you come across to people, what you say, what you don't say. And I believe that is actually, for me, the spirituality of your existence. I do not confuse it with prayers and going to temples and going through the rituals of praying, which I love. I enjoy them for what they are, because they give me a lot of joy. When I go to the temple and we sing bhajans or we anoint the Lord for anything, it gives me a lot of joy. It gives me a lot of joy to see people being happy in the rituals, which is part of our life as well. But it may help you to get onto the path of spirituality, but I believe spirituality is about your everyday life and how you come across and be with people and be with yourself and with those around you.
Thank you so much, Dilipji.
Not
It
at
was
all.
wonderful talking to you.
And thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Such
so
a
much.
pleasure.